This program segment is sponsored by Pick n Pay.
David and Elverna were just another happy, everyday South African couple, building a family until one day they got some unexpected and extraordinary news that would change their lives forever.
So you've been blessed with a beautiful, big family. Tell us all about them.
We've got 2 little boys, Matthew, age 7, Jared, 4. Then we were hoping and trying for a little girl. On our first gynecologist appointment, he did the scan. Then he asked me, Elverna, were you on fertility? And I said, no. Why'd you ask, doctor? He said, no, because there's more than one. And myself and David look at each other and thinking, okay, twins. And then he said, no, but there's another one. And then I started giggling, you know, that nervous giggle you get. And then when he said there's a 4th one, we were totally shocked.
En toe vrees hy, he said, it's nie skaars soos hoender tande nie, dit is hoender tande. So it's scary, it was scary at the beginning. Ach, what a joy.
On a rainy winter's night in May, at only 29 weeks, Elverna gave birth. There was no room for David in the theatre, with all the medical staff needed in the room. 1 girl and 3 boys were safely delivered.
Take us through the whole pregnancy process and what was going through your mind.
The pregnancy was a bit of a challenge because getting through every single day was very, very important for the life of the little ones and their survival. End of April, myself and David went to the specialist at Kingsbury Hospital. And while laying on the table, the doctor said that I'm actually in labor. And since that day, I had to be bedridden.
It took its toll on me as well. Play mom is never easy, and you can't. A man just can't take a woman's role.
And now, after the birth, how's things changed here at home?
It's changed tremendously for us. It's a new adjustment, and so far, so good.
And how much did they weigh?
The smallest one weighed 590 grams, and Evan, the biggest one, he weighed 1.65.
And then Caden was at 1.4, and our little girl was at 980. She came in at 980 grams. Yeah?
In these early months, they may be prone to apnea attacks and cot deaths. Monitors and night nurse, not to mention all the usual baby necessities, times 4, place a financial burden in this happy time.
You're also advised by your doctor to rather terminate 2 of the babies.
We wouldn't hear of it because I wouldn't be able to have lived with myself having done that.
Quadruplets are very rare the world over. The risk of cerebral palsy is high, and multiples are also known to have a higher mortality rate. Famous South African foursomes include the Lombards, born in 1951 in Calvinia.
So how easy was it finding names for your 4 little angels?
I had no choice in the matter, none whatsoever.
It was difficult when I heard 4, because if it was a girl, I would have known Madison. That was my name for my little girl. And then it was Evan, and then Caden, and Jacques.
Yeah, we call him Little Jacques.
Yeah.
He's such a fighter.
He's the one that weighed 590.
So he's still in hospital?
Yes, he needs to pick up more weight before he can come home. He had pneumonia, so he has to get over the pneumonia. We're not sure how long it's going to be. It could be anything, 2 weeks to a month. But we miss him so much and want him home with the others.
And when you come to visit, does he recognize you?
Yes. It's like he doesn't want to let go.
Get well soon, little warrior Jacques. There's a loving family waiting for you at home, and we're all rooting for you.
So we've seen the introduction to this phenomenal family, and we've got the mom and dad, Mr. and Mrs. Peterson, Elverna and David, with us in studio. Good morning. I want to know who's taking care of the 6 kids at home, the quads and your 2 oldest sons.
Well, the 2 are at school at the moment.
Already?
Yes. And the babies are with the night nurse. She stayed a bit longer to look after them.
Now, you've got 6 kids, and the quads came as quite a surprise to you. How's that been in terms of financial situation for you? It's 4 of everything. 4 carts, 4 bottles of formula, 4 babies' bottles, 4 sets of clothes.
It's quite an expensive exercise.
Yeah, it's been really tough on us financially. But we're coping, we're barely just coping. Mm-hmm. And we take it a day at a time, you know, hoping that and really praying that something, you know, will eventually happen.
So I've just invited some friends from Pick n Pay to come and join us, and I'd like to join them on set. We've got Mark Jennings and Suzanne Ackerman from Pick n Pay here in studio that I'd like to introduce you to, and they heard about your situation.
Good morning to you.
Congratulations, Mum and Dad.
Good morning, yes. Well
Yeah.
done.
Good morning.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Suzanne, would you like to turn around because you've got your back to the camera?
Well, I don't mind about the camera, but just from our side, congratulations on this unbelievable miracle of the birth of your babies, and we appreciate how difficult it is. So we have a little surprise, if you'll come with me.
Thank you.
Just a little surprise which might help you for the next year. We have...
Thank you very much. Is a hug in order?
Of course, of course, of course. Oh. You're going to need to practice a lot of hugs in the next couple of years.
Thank you so much.
So we have here a year's supply of everything you might need for the babies, maybe for yourselves, a bit of spoiling. It's to spoil you and the other children as well.
Thank you.
And unfortunately, our nappies couldn't fit the babies so small because they're tiny, I believe.
yeah.
So that's just to help you buy nappies for the next year as well.
Thank you very much.
So we're going to sponsor all the nappies that are required for the next year for each of the babies, and just hope we can make a little difference in your lives. But congratulations, and hope you enjoy your 4 babies.
Sincere thank you. Thank you very much.
Congratulations,
Thank
guys.
you.
Thanks, Lisa.
And I spent the whole of Friday with them, and I had
maybe
to
we
keep
need
it
some
all a
wipes now.
secret. We both need wipes. Suzanne and I both said we were not going to cry during this. Now, Pick n Pay have kindly come to the party with incredible gifts for you guys. There's everything from Pick n Pay real fabric, baby fabric softener, and I know you guys go through a lot of that. There's high foam baby washing powder, 2 cases of that. Baby wipes, 12 cases of 72 in each. There's a body wash, 5 cases of that. You can have some clean baby. Real baby nappy cream, there's 5 cases of that. Real baby lotion, 5 cases. Pick n Pay a real shampoo, 5 cases of that. Real baby soap from Pick n Pay, also Pick n Pay's baby petroleum jelly, Pick n Pay talcum powder, Pick n Pay baby aqueous cream, not to mention the nappies and the spoiling and a whole lot of other goodies from Pick n Pay. And we just want to say we love you from all of us here at eXpresso, the team from Pick n Pay. Thank you so much for the smiles and the relief you've brought on the Peterson family.
Thank you.
Enjoy your babies.
So while we're going all around with
Thank you
hugs,
very, very much. Thanks.
anything you would like to say? Weet jy's 'n man van min woorde.
Because, again, once again, a sincere thank you. You know, you never know or never realize what impact this has on our children. And wherever I go, whoever I meet, I always say this is something that we will implant in their little hearts. We will tell them of this one day. A sincere thank you.
Sure. But you also never know. You sent out an email which actually ended up on my PC.
Yeah, because you asked. Now,
yes.
this is the thing. You asked how I knew. And now, of course, I couldn't say anything. So tell us how it ended
It's amazing the power of the electronic world. So this email landed up on my PC. I phoned Suzanne and I said, this is a great, wonderful story. Can we help? Suzanne said, of course we can help. And then we got the wheels in motion in Pick n Pay. And I promise you, we are just 2 people representing a huge team at Pick n Pay that was involved in setting this up for you today.
And all the way, everybody we said, 4 babies, they said, wow, of course, 4 babies, of course we're going to be there to help you.
Sure.
Thank you.
Culminating in today, yeah.
So
And we just hope number 1 in hospital is stronger to come home very soon.
little Jacques, he is. On Friday, when we were there, we heard
wonderful.
some good news.
Yes.
We heard the good news on Friday.
Yeah, it's on and off oxygen. But it's positive and it's looking good. So hopefully in the next couple of weeks.
Just the one little girl so far. Eh?
Yes, but
You want
that's
to try
enough. I don't
again?
think
No, it's going to stay there.
Well, this is your feel-good breakfast show. Thank you to the team from Pick n Pay for making dreams come true for an amazing family. I got to spend time with them this weekend, and they truly are a blessed family and a very close family, and this has really made a feel-good moment in their lives. We're going to see you straight after this.
Stay with eXpresso and SABC3.